Welcome, Talkin VAWLS basketball edition number 128. After Tennessee takes down the Vanderbilt Commodores tonight in Thompson-Bowl Arena, my name is Vols JP.
I'm Dauber. What's happening?
What's going on, Dauber? Watching the basketball game, watching the Vols put a beat down on the Commodores in the second half. We'll get into that here in just a little bit, of course, but let's see who all we got joining us this cool Saturday night in Tennessee. We got Courtney Holland here. She's saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, Courtney, glad to have you. We've got Convicted for Christ. We actually played the game, and it was good. Yeah, we'll get into that as well, talk about that some. Looks like we may actually have Boogie Bentley maybe actually hanging out with us. I feared he was watching the Preds. He said he was going to anyway, but good to have Boogie on here. We got Ravens fan. He says, I'm on here then watching the Ravens play, or he might do both. Good luck to you, Ravens fans. Robert Faust, 20-point win. Go Vols, 10-1. Now the Florida Gators are next. That's right. We finally got it. And we got old Cody Branch in here. Cody was in last night. We done a podcast last night. Yeah, boys, got that 20-point win versus Candy. And we got Jason Raines. It's a space peanut. I'm not sure what that is. So, Dauber
got Jody Smith there, and he's. We'll hit a little bit of football news before we get into the basketball. He's talking about did anybody see Big Cat Bryant committing? Yeah, we saw that. Shot that out on our group text there during the basketball game, and I think Boogie or somebody put it up on shared it on Talkin VAWLS Facebook page. So yeah, that's a big pickup. Area of need for this team moving forward, but it's just a little weird with all the circumstances going on around Coach Pruitt and all that. But let's digress from that and let's talk about this basketball team.
This basketball team, yeah, it was kind of just a back and forth there in the first half, kind of sloppy on the offensive end. I thought Tennessee was kind of just kind of lethargic almost. We were, again, I think in the first half that we were passing it too much. I know that we've talked about that some, that this team, that they are very unselfish, but it's almost like sometimes that we need somebody to take it to the basket instead of just passing it out there. But
and I think, that was a big thing against Alabama. There really wasn't that one guy to kind of step up and get you a basket when you needed it. And you saw that tonight when Vandy just kept hanging around, jumped out real quick, 7-0 lead. And then they cut it to 3 or 4. And you kept expanding that lead and then letting them crawl back in it. Every time we seemed to take a run, we were pounding the ball inside, working it inside, and then freeing up some shooters on the outside. But it's that type of stuff. You let a team hang around, especially a team like Vanderbilt, who, if they get rolling shooting that three, they're really not out of any game. But second half, I really that's more of the game I expected. You saw the defense clamp down, and that fed the offense. It was a good game. Once again, you're seeing the scoring and all of that spread out through this team. I think let's see, you had Johnson with 16, and then Fulky,
that was a career high for him.
Fulky with 15. But then you had Springer also in double digits, Victor Bailey in double digits. The one thing I want to throw out here right now, I still don't think Springer is 100% healthy. You saw him multiple times limping around and actually going off to get some treatment there on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, he turned that ankle again. I mean, and it looked nasty. I mean, and it was a while before they even identified that and even started really talking about it. And they showed that replay there, and I was like, oh my goodness! I mean, it looked bad. It looked bad, but of course, he was back in, so that's two really potentially what could have been obviously a lot worse as far as those ankle injuries go for Springer, and we need him. We need Jaden Springer.
Yeah.
I've said it for a couple of weeks on here. To me, he's the most complete player I believe that Tennessee has right now on the offensive end. I love what he's doing. I was glad to see him get another start tonight, but you know, Keon really turned it on tonight on the offensive end. I thought in the first half, I thought the defense played really well still, even though that it was a 10-point game at halftime. We just weren't making any open shots, and we were settling for too many jump shots.
Mm-hmm.
If Pons shoots another three instead of driving it to the basket, I mean, Barnes has to be. I mean, I know Pons over his career has improved as far as his shot goes, but his shot is still funny looking and it's still flat.
It is.
I guess what frustrates me with him is he's so athletic that when he gets that ball to me, he could just drive by those guys,
Right.
just go in for monster dunks. But he wants to settle too much. So, but I'm not going to complain. We beat Vanderbilt by 20, but those are just things that I see, obviously, that could come back and hurt this basketball team against a better team, like we saw against when they lost to Bama there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and that's the big key is every time Vandy clawed back in, we were in offensive sets where we were settling for those tougher jump shots instead of setting up the offense and moving around, working it inside. I don't think they had an answer for Fulkerson or Pons down low. And Fulkerson cutting without the ball tonight. That was big. Some really good passes, but I was really impressed with how he was moving without the ball, cutting to the rim.
Yes,
and,
yes. He was a lot more aggressive and actually moving on the offensive end tonight. Definitely much better.
The backdoor cuts and that motion that they run when they've got it going, that's so hard to guard because you've got the other team. They're watching the ball, and then you got them crashing in from the back, and it's typically an easy layup.
Yeah.
I thought Anasicki, I thought he was hurt that one.
When he got stuffed. Yeah. I think he come down and bounced the back of his head off the.
I'm surprised they didn't stop the game at that point.
Yeah. Those refs were kind of letting them play there a little bit. It seemed like. I don't know what Pippen Jr.'s deal was. I always liked his dad, but I don't know. He kind of seemed like a little punk to me almost.
I got that last year when they played him.
Yeah.
He came across to me as that last year.
Yeah. I've got this question up here from BT Hill. BT, it's glad to see you in the chat tonight. He's asking about the third freshman for us. Where is he?
Corey Walker.
Corey Walker Jr. He's been hurt. From my understanding, he's been hurt, but I did see something, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that he has been cleared now to play. But I would imagine
what's he got to do to work his way into the lineup?
Correct. Yeah. So, I would be really surprised to probably see him this year. Honestly, they might later on as the season goes on, if they get in a situation where they have a big lead like tonight, they may get him in late. But I wouldn't imagine that we would expect to see him be much of a contributor this year, just from the fact that he's missed so much time.
Yeah. Let's see. looks like we're just under 50 is what I've got in the chat with us right now. I'm only showing 16 likes, so
we got to get the likes.
Take a second, go down, hit that thumbs up, help us pop those analytics up, and spread this show out to all the other Vol fans out there, and also hit the bell so you can get notifications for when we go live, because we're kind of planning to when news breaks with the team kind of across the street from Thompson Bowling, we're going to roll out with stuff.
It could happen at any time, honestly. It could happen at any time.
16 there, Boogie.
16 in there. And somebody tonight, we're going to give away some of our new merch, our basketball merch. We're going to give away a free T-shirt. Stipulation, after the show, come back to the YouTube channel, make a comment, and then we will randomly select someone that makes a comment to win one of our free new basketball T-shirts. So be sure to do that. I'll mention that again before we close up the show tonight. We got David Jones asking, does Fulky return next year? I sure hope he does, David. I think that as much as I love John Fulkerson as a basketball player and as a Tennessee Vol, I just don't know about his potential in the NBA.
Right.
I think Fulkerson could potentially get some minutes in the NBA, but I'm not sure how long that he could actually hang on. I mean, you're seeing people like Schofield struggle to actually make the team. I don't even think Bone is even on the an active roster.
He's bounced back and forth.
Yeah. So I mean, with only 12 to 15 roster spots on a NBA team, I believe. I mean, going to make it very, very difficult, in my opinion. Now, I hope he does. I mean, I hope he ends up, whether it's next year or the year after. I mean, I hope he balls out in the NBA. But I'm just not convinced that he's got the skill set to do that. So I'd love to see Fulkerson back, and I think that there's a good chance that he will come back. What do you think, Dauber?
Could be. We got some news earlier in the week that Anasicki's planning to come back. So that's another big body down low, and another year that he has to hone his game. I updated it now. It does say 47. So okay, ha.
Corey Braswell is saying that they got to start making more jump shots. And yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the challenge with this basketball team is, can they make enough shots against these quality teams? It was a 5-point game with 14 minutes to go in the second half, and Tennessee went and had 4 consecutive 3-pointers, 2 of them by Bailey, 1 of them by Springer, and who was the other one? I can't remember. I think Keon. I think it was. We had 4, and so the extended it out from a very close 5-point lead to up to a 17-point lead in the matter of just a couple of minutes. And obviously that was the turning point in this basketball game, and that's what helped the Vols cruise to a 20-point victory, ultimately defeating the Vanderbilt Commodores 81-61, improving to 10-1 on the season. And what'd you say, Dauber? 4-1 in SEC play?
4-1 in conference. They clamped down on Pippen. He didn't really go off until late in the game. That was something that I think was their game plan going in, and really has been. They try to take the opposing team's best player and force somebody else to step up, and they've been quite successful in doing that. You look, Vandy just went over 60, so I think that's all but 3 games that the opponent's been held under 60. It's this defense. Yeah, I know we kind of came off of them a little bit after the Alabama game, but Alabama just had a good game plan coming into that game to spread them out and get the bigs in foul trouble. But I think that any time that you can clamp down the opponent's best player and hold them under their season average, you're doing a whole lot right there.
Oh yeah,
got a couple big games coming up though.
Oh yeah, and we travel to Florida to play the Rowdy Reptiles Tuesday night at 7:00, and then follow back up with the rematch with the Missouri Tigers and the Fighting Conzo Martins next Saturday night. So yeah,
and then I'll look a little bit further ahead. The end of January, big matchup against Kansas.
Oh yeah,
excited for that one, especially since we had the Gonzaga game canceled and the Notre Dame canceled. I'm excited to see this team against another elite program this year. I've watched Gonzaga play a couple games this year. Haven't seen Baylor play, but I think most people have those two kind of in a league of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And this team has a lot to work on, especially offensively. You've got to have that one guy step up when they take somebody out, somebody that's going to get you a bucket you can rely on for a bucket. I think Jordan Bone in teams past was that guy. If they took Grant Williams out, if they took Schofield out, Bone would step up and drop 20 for you. This team, yeah, the scoring is spread out, but it's night in and night out. I think it varies so much that you can't necessarily rely on that one person to be able to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I've left Tiffany Horn Fannon's comment up there. Did Kentucky lose?
Yes, they did.
I've got a little thing I want to do here for did Kentucky lose today? Yes, they did. What, they followed a 4-8, I think?
Something like that. They'd won like 3 in a row, and I think they've now lost 2 or 3 in a row again.
Hate that for them.
Yeah.
Hate that for them. Hey, one thing, though? We haven't seen that that Kentucky fan show up in forever.
The Bluegrass Sports Network or whatever it was. Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah. He was talking all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was wanting to make bets with everybody and everything with all this. So I miss him. Yeah. I wish he would show up more. I mean, he was actually giving us super chats. Just so I would put his comments up there. And I did. But yeah, he hadn't showed up in forever. So if anybody knows Bluegrass Sports, whatever he is, tell him Vols JP and Dauber from Talkin VAWLS would like for him to join us. I have a feeling when we play Kentucky in a couple of weeks, if Kentucky was to beat us, I have a feeling that he'd show up then.
I wonder why.
Oh goodness. Yeah, we got some people saying that the basketball team is the only bright spot in their lives right now. I mean, it's just a game, but it's certainly better than what we're seeing with the football program for sure. With that, so. How many people we got? Looks like we got 72 in here. We got Andrew Kirkpatrick with us saying it's just as funny on the basketball videos. Oh, he's talking about the Rogan. Yeah. Boogie usually does it for something with the football, but every time somebody mentions Kentucky on here, I always have to do that. That's kind of my thing on the basketball shows there. So looks like we got 67 watching.
I'm not throwing numbers out anymore.
Well, I'm showing.
There's a bunch. There's a
I'm
bunch.
showing 67. That's what's showing on my screen. I don't know, Boogie, if that's accurate or not, but that's what it says on my screen that I'm staring at right now. If you haven't, though, we'd certainly appreciate if you would hit the thumbs up button if you like it. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Talkin VAWLS Network, and that way that you can get any kind of updates when we do go live and talk about either the football or the basketball program or anything else that we may actually go live about. What is the deal with Alabama and this basketball team? I mean, they absolutely destroyed Arkansas today.
Yeah, I mean they're athletic, and the Petty, who's been there for what seems like 8 or 9 years. They've got a bunch of guys that can shoot, and when they get going, I think they hit a bunch of threes today. I think Petty actually, I saw, took the lead for most 3-pointers made at Alabama. But yeah, what they've got running right now with the 5 athletes on the floor and spreading it out and attacking the rim and then dishing, it's hard to guard. You have to put people that can. That's what got us in trouble. Fulkerson was out there. Pons, bigger guys out there. They got Pons in foul trouble. He's the best defender in the conference, maybe in the country.
Yeah.
But got him in foul trouble, and then Fulkerson was just a step too slow. They were just driving right by him every time, and having Springer kind of gimpy, I think that hurt. When we went down into the bench a little bit deeper, Anasiki out there hurt us because he was slower. They were blowing right by him. It's just tough to guard. I think Kevin said it. Yeah, you can't guard them. It's just unless you've got 5 athletes that can match the level of athleticism that they put out there, it's going to be tough. They're playing mismatches, is what it is.
Yeah, and we always seem to struggle with them. We always do. Even when we had Williams and Schofield, we had some battles with them for sure. So
yeah, and that's like you said right before we went live, talking about this Vandy game. Vandy usually always plays Tennessee tough, and that's I didn't see anything I didn't expect. I thought it'd be kind of back and forth for a while, and I thought that this team would stretch it out in the second half, particularly with their defense feeding the offense.
Yeah. I was just looking to see we don't actually play Bama again,
right?
In the regular season. There was some talk, some chatter. I think it was Rob Lewis on VolQuest. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this week he was talking some chatter that they may not end up playing the tournament, the SEC conference tournament, that they may not end up playing. So. Because of so many teams that are having now to reschedule and stuff,
shuffle games around,
right? Yeah, that they're not sure. What I would like to see them do, though, is to push back the NCAA tournament and let us get some more regular season games in. I mean, I don't know why that they couldn't do that. Finish it up at the end of April instead of the 1st of April.
Right. Yeah. You'd think they'd want to get a full season in, and man, if they're not doing conference tournaments, that's going to hurt some of the smaller schools and their opportunities to get into the NCAA tournament.
We got Joe Simpson. What's Joe Simpson? What's up, Big Joe Simpson? Good to see you on here tonight, buddy. Big transfer news coming in tonight from Auburn. Will that be enough to keep Pruitt? I hope not. Oh, he's wanting to talk about football. Joe.
But Boogie was in the chat fussing at me. I said it 2 minutes in, and I said, now let's talk about basketball. And I got fussed. I'm probably going to get put on like super secret probation or something, talking about football on the basketball show. But
who knows, Joe? Who honestly knows what they're doing down there with that football program? At this point in time, I wouldn't be surprised by anything. So I think as fans, I think all that we can do is just wait. I mean, that's all we can do. We can just wait and see what happens. But personal opinion, I think he's back. Um, personally, but I may be wrong. BT Hill saying, to be honest, anyone else wish the Sweet 16 and on would be like the NBA playoffs where it's best of 3 instead of best of 5. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about basketball. Once you get in tournament time, I mean, it's one and done. I mean, you have a bad night and you were done. I mean, there's been a lot of very good basketball teams that have bailed out of the NCAA tournament over the years, just because they've had an off night or
sure.
just a really bad matchup.
Yeah, it's all about being hot at the right time.
Yeah,
you can, and that's why I like the conference tournaments. You can see a team get in there and win that Thursday, Friday game and get a little bit of a run because they get some momentum. It's the classic David versus Goliath thing. That's what the appeal of March Madness is to me.
Yeah, for sure. We got Jason Raines asking, did we ever discuss Lady Vols losing to Georgia? I'll admit I haven't watched the first second of a Lady Vols basketball game. I haven't really watched much Lady Vols basketball since Pat Summit had to retire. So, but no, I didn't watch it, but I did see that I think they had a 17-point lead sometime either in the late third quarter or start of the fourth quarter because they play quarters in women's basketball. And somehow that we blew that lead. Did you watch any of it, Dauber?
I didn't see that. I watched their game last Sunday, I believe. But no, didn't see the Georgia game. Had something else going on. I think had one of the girls at softball practice the other night.
Yeah, with that. So, we got Buddy Bentley. He must feel sorry for us. He gave us a $2 super chat. We appreciate that, Boogie Bentley. We appreciate the support. I thought that you couldn't come on tonight because you were watching the Preds, and here he is sending us a $2 super chat. We appreciate it, Boogie. We appreciate the support. He said, "Can Dauber give me his opinion on UT track and field?"
Well, now they run really fast. They've got some hurdles. No, I don't know. This is Tom Black track. I know that. But no, sorry, Boogie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We have had a couple of Olympian sprinters, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Galt, right?
Willie Galt
back in the 80s. And then
Justin Gatlin.
Was it Gatlin? Of course,
Gatlin.
I think he's been caught cheating a few times, though, right?
Yeah. Don't they all?
I know it, right? It seems like it for sure. For sure. Yeah, that's what Kevin says. Willie Galt. I can still listen though. John Ward talk do the play where Willie Galt runs it all the way to the state capitol.
That's football. Boogie's gonna fuss.
Well, what else basketball wise can we talk about? What else you got?
Another dominant performance by this defense. It's still, I still see things that this team needs to work on. They need to work on hitting open shots when they have them. And I think somebody mentioned that earlier in the chat. And not just settling for those, 15-foot jump shots because you're open. They need to work on driving the ball, running it through Fulkerson. I think the offense flows much better through Fulkerson. Whether he's getting a shot or he's, the ball's coming inside to open somebody up on the outside. But, I think got a couple games before we play Kansas, and I think that's really going to show, the matchup against Missouri is going to be another tough one. But when we play another tough team, you're going to see how much this team has improved.
Yeah. Yeah. Courtney Holland saying you got to hit them threes. Yeah. I was looking at some stats here. We shot 33% from behind the arc tonight, 7 of 21. I still think that's too many threes. That's too many threes for this basketball team.
Well, yeah, because they're settling for it.
Yeah, I know. Especially in the first half.
Well,
they did.
Let's see. How many did Pons shoot?
At least 3, I'm pretty sure. I know of 2.
0 for 3.
Yeah. Yeah. We ended up shooting 49% from the field. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But 33% from behind the arc. But Vandy was only 21%. They ended up shooting 23 three-pointers with that. So BT saying Kansas going to be lit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I just hate that Thompson Bowling just can't be full. Really do. I would have definitely had went down and watched some basketball this year for sure with this team. But unfortunately, we can't have a whole lot of fans there. But at least they're playing. That's the key. At least they are getting to play for sure. John Baxter saying play more consistent over 40 minutes. They show flashes throughout the game how good they can be. Still learning to play together. I agree, John. It's true. It just seems like sometimes on offense we just lose what we're trying to do, and we get either sloppy with the ball or, like I said, I feel like that we pass it too much. I really do. I feel like that we pass it too much. I'm definitely looking forward to Tuesday night against Florida. Florida got beat today. They seem to be up and down. They seem to have a couple of good games, and then they'll have some bad games. I think Mississippi State beat them today, I think, by about 3.
Yeah.
I think it was. But that'll be a really good road test for this basketball team Tuesday night. But, I'm going in confident. I fully expect the Vols to pull one out down there in Gainesville.
So I guess one piece of unfinished business is when are we going to go live next?
It'll be I say we do Tuesday night after the
Mizzou game?
the Florida game.
After Florida? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I say we do.
Sounds good to me.
I mentioned earlier that if you come back tonight and after this is uploaded on YouTube, if you come back and leave a comment, you'll need to do it after it uploads, because the comments that's in the live chat right now, they won't stay. So you'll have to come back and leave a comment after the show and after it's uploaded on YouTube. But we'll randomly pick someone that makes a comment, and they will receive a free Talkin VAWLS Hoops t-shirt. And these t-shirts, Dauber, do you have your sweatshirt on again tonight?
Yeah, got my hoodie on again tonight.
It is sweet looking. That logo, yeah. I love it. But we got t-shirts, so you could choose between the short sleeve or the classic long sleeve there. But they are cool. We think that they're rather cool there. So, yeah, someone that leaves a comment after the show is uploaded on YouTube. We'll do a random drawing, and we will announce it. We'll post it in the comments, and if you'll get in contact with us either by Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and we can get your address and name and information, and we will send it to you. We certainly will. So somebody tonight will be winning them a Talkin VAWLS Hoops t-shirt. And
then you can be styling and profiling.
Right?
Watching the Big Orange play.
That's right, for sure. Derek Owens saying, love the show, man. We appreciate it, Derek. We appreciate it. BT Hill saying, good show, fellas, always. We certainly appreciate all of the support. I tried to get Boogie to be the narrator, the moderator of this tonight, but he bailed on us. So make sure the next time that he's on, we're talking about football or something like that, make sure that y'all give him heck over that for sure, because I will. He's a lot better at running these things than I am, but trying on this. So, Dauber, what else, man? You got anything else? I just feel like I'm rambling tonight.
That's all I've got. Taking care of business against Vandy. Kind of hate that we missed the game earlier in the week against them. I've not heard anything if it's going to be rescheduled or shuffled around. That's one of the things that we anticipated coming into this season was some changes, and you don't want to lose your momentum because you have a couple games canceled. Because in basketball, 2 a week, if it runs into 3-4 games, I think I saw Missouri. They were playing. They've missed like 4 or 5 games in a row. Is what I saw at the half in the highlights.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's. Let's hope that we don't have too many more cancellations. I think that South Carolina's only played just a handful of games, right?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they have just been absolutely ravaged by it. Angie said that she wants a hoodie too. She received a long sleeve basketball T-shirt in the mail last week. We appreciate the support there, Angie. We still got them, so you can get you one of those nice hoodies. I'm telling you, they are very, very comfortable for sure. Very comfortable. We got a super chat. John Robert Tokerton. I hope I didn't mess that up, John Robert. $2.99 super chat. Hats off to y'all. Good show. John Robert, we certainly appreciate your support. You're in here all the time, hanging out with us, talking Tennessee basketball, Tennessee football. So we certainly do appreciate the support. And John Robert, if you see this little icon here, he's also a member of the Talkin VAWLS YouTube channel. If you have, you can join the channel for 99 cents a month. I mean, 99 cents a month. I mean, you can't buy a stick of bubble gum for 99 cents.
Less than a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you can't buy it. And you get these just crazy, just awesome custom emojis that you can do. You get the power T beside your name when you make a comment. It's just really, really cool. And we certainly appreciate the support there, John. Appreciate you, the super chat, and appreciate you being a member of the channel as well. So, but unless you got anything else, Dauber, I think that we're going to call it a night. And I'm going to go watch some NFL football and watch the Ravens and Bills play, I think, before I fall asleep.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, we will be back live Tuesday night after the Tennessee Florida Gators game, 7 o'clock tip. I believe it's scheduled for, so we'll be live probably a little bit after 9 p.m. To discuss the Tennessee and Florida basketball game, and then talk about the rematch with Missouri on Saturday. I believe that game is 8:30. I believe it is. I believe
yes.
It's at,
Missouri game's 8:30.
Yeah. It's at 8:30 next Saturday night. So, but until then, we'll see you all Tuesday. For Dauber, I'm Vols JP, and go Vols.